Welcome to Atlanta Tarot. This is the tarot forecast for Aries for January 2022. So let's see, Aries, what's coming up for you for January 2022. Okay, energy around the situation is Eight of Cups, so just stepping away from an emotional attachment there. Just giving it a bit of distance. Focusing on something else just for a while. Because it's kind of just contained. It's sort of in a holding pattern. It's not kind of getting any better or getting any worse. It's just sort of a bit stuck. So we'll find out what that may be. And we'll just see the path through for January 2022. I'm going to have to practice saying that. Okay, Aries. So we're in the sign of Capricorn. And the element is Earth. So it's very grounded. So let's see how we deal with that by just giving it some distance. Okay, so where you are right now, Aries, is, and we have Water, King of Cups. So it's a deep wound with a male concerned, this deep wound. So in terms of that, they own the wound, but I'm guessing you kind of trying to help them with the wound, heal from the wound. But in fact, you can't. So you have to step away and allow this person here, and this is very much a male energy, I might add, to sort of facilitate that himself. Because Cups is emotional, and it's always, and he's like frozen in time with some particular issue way back when, long before you probably came along, and therefore this, every now and again, this wound gets exposed. So obviously, new year, new things, new resolutions, all that kind of thing, new beginnings. So we have that. Conversely, you can take that for whatever it may mean to you personally, Aries. I mean, I can't read for every single one, but this is just that energy. Let's see, the influence of that is the Page of Cups. So new hope and new beginnings with this issue, and perhaps taking the advice of the Eight of Cups just for you to step out a bit and let that sort of cycle just do its job itself with that particular person. Out of it will come this new spark, new beginnings, new resolution, really, I'm guessing here with this emotional issue. And so that's it. But this actually influences the whole of the reading as well, as you well know by now, the way I read it, I interpret it, sorry. So let's see the background. So let's see what was happening November, December. And we had a bit of a rest period, just kicking back, observing, not participating, spectating, having a bit of a rest, busy. I know Aries, some of my Aries subscribers have had a very busy year, which goes hand in hand with Aries because they are indeed people of action. So yeah, just sort of really cooling down after a pretty big year. And then we come into the emotional. So I'm guessing that will start the year, and with this same energy here, because it's almost like you've had a bit of a break, so you can just still spectate on this. It's not for you to participate, Aries. Okay, recent influences. And we have the Star. So we know with the Star, it's always indicative of it's how it's supposed to be. So there's no need for you. You haven't made a wrong decision or a wrong turn, anything like that. This is part of the path that you tread, or that you are treading. So it's like just proceed. Just proceed along and learn the lesson from whatever that is for you, and just kind of get on with what you have to get on with by not sort of involving yourself in other people's stuff, emotional stuff. So this is a really positive card to get, to just remind you that this is how it is. It is what it is, so accept it and move forward with it. The lesson you'll be learning in the brand new year of 2022 is the 3 of Coins. So working well with others, ongoing success in terms of being very grounded career-wise. Good foundations are there beneath you. You've got lots of possibilities of growth with the 3 of Coins. It's also a very spiritual learning, much a spiritual learning card, which talks about student and teacher and student sort of roles, which really can sort of, you can read into this particular issue here. Sometimes we just need to be the teacher and stand back and watch, isn't it? But really a nice card overall there, Aries, for starting the new year and the holiday time now for us, well, in the world actually, but really in Australia we have our big summer holiday time, 6 weeks off. So it's about just, yeah, being earthed and being grounded, and know that you've done a good job, and know that that will continue on to this new year. Near future, so coming up, and we have, if it looks too good to be true, it probably is. I call this the Disneyland card. It does look like the Disneyland castle, and it's just about being wary of, for example, this particular energy here saying, oh, I'm healed, I'm fine. But deep down and intuitively knowing that things just don't happen by the wave of a wand. A lot of hard work has to go into it. So be very careful of, if things look too good to be true, they probably are, Aries. But once again, use your back seat here just to watch the progress and try not to intervene. Interesting. Okay, let's see what's happening that you're not realising. And then things really moving fast coming in. So whilst this is all going on around you, you have this Knight of Wands, which he sort of is a trailblazer, he's a fast mover, he's your energy, Aries energy, action. You can get on and do other things. So this is more your sort of speed, and this is your sort of energy, that the Knight of Wands, sorry. So you can get on with whatever it is you've got to get on with, without involving yourself too much sometimes in somebody else's emotional journey. It's very individual, isn't it? So things for you can be really advanced this month. So go ahead and focus on that. I'm getting here. You will get some good results, and maybe even travelling, going on places, taking the children somewhere, you know, just having that holiday, and getting on with making things happen for you, rather than just lurking around sort of, you know, being passive, and it doesn't suit you at all, Aries, being passive. How others see you. Yeah, the Tower. So new things, old things going out, getting rid of out of date stuff, ways of living, ways of doing things. You know, new broom sweeps clean, that kind of thing. Really chucking out anything that's not working for you anymore. Just leaving it behind and building something new. So that is really a great card for the new year, the Tower. It looks quite imposing and scary, really, but it's just about getting rid of that isn't working and replacing it with something that is. But it's a major card, so it's about time to sort of, you know, get rid of the use-by date thoughts, or how you do things. Things have got to be done differently these days for all of us, and it's about jumping on that and sort of actively doing something about changing certain things that are no longer working for you. What you're feeling positive about is strength and self-awareness. So this is a really strong father sort of influenced card. Very much about, you know, what our fathers would say. Very little to say, but it's very powerful. But it's also about sort of watching our own anger and being self-aware of how we react in terms of other people's stuff. So it's sort of teaching you that lesson that there's some things that we intervene in that is for the family or whatever, but then there's other things that just nothing to do with us, even though it might be within our family, and we have to be self-aware enough to go, well, you know, I can't do that for somebody. People have got to change their own ways themselves. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink kind of energy. And this card strength also brings up a bit, everybody has that point of anger where there's sort of, you know, it comes out of nowhere and you just surprise yourself about how quickly it can sort of erupt. So it's about really being self-aware of keeping yourself to what's yours and what belongs to you and what doesn't. So it may engender that anger that's sort of sitting there, or just that frustration, really, I suppose. But positive feelings is saying, well, just keep a lid on that, because it's this month, I'm guessing it's not your stuff. It's your stuff just to get on with what you're doing for yourself. But at the same time, being very self-aware of what's going on in the family or your particular group. Okay, the outcome. And we have the Magician. So, brilliant card to end the month. Very positive outcome here. The Magician is the spirit messenger. He's very much about communication. He's about new things coming in. Lots of potential coming in for 2022, Aries. Lots of it, lots of new things coming through, but always remember potential and risk go hand in hand. So it's not all going to be the fairy tale magical carpet ride. It's going to be, there's going to be ups and downs, but yeah, you've got loads of potential this year. And I think this is, with these big cards you have here, the Magician, the Strength and the Tower, it's all about clean, new broom, basically sweeping clean. So really tackling those bigger issues. And then at the end, absolutely new, brand new stuff coming in that's going to be really positive for you. But of course, like anything, there's going to be a bit of, ups and downs, and that's just life. So you can't have it perfect. There's no such thing. Okay, let's have a look at your messenger card. Looks nice for you, and it's kind of like a real learning curve here, I feel. You're in a really good position. It's just what's going on in the family or with your significant other, that kind of thing. But that's always good for self-awareness, isn't it, Aries? Okay, lovely card, Aries. Beautiful. Energy. You are never alone or helpless. The force that guides the stars guides you too. Energy is more than just cultivating physical, boundless energy. It's about making the connection with the universal life force that motivates all creations in the universe and in you. Beautiful card to start the new year with. Have a great new year celebration. Looks like it's going to be quite an interesting, really fabulous new year for you. So thank you very much for listening.